Ooh, Exoprimal. Now, this game hasn't gotten a lot of buzz. It's gotten very little, to be honest. It showed up at almost every single one of the, showcases. It was like, hey, play as a Street Fighter guy punching dinosaurs. Hey, just shoot dinosaurs. Dinosaurs, dinosaurs, dinosaurs. And a lot of people have kind of been lukewarm to the game, and some were like really excited to play it. You've had like Xbox fanboys being like, "It's on Game Pass. Check it out on the Game Pass. And Game Pass is in my penis. It's on my nipples. I like me some Game Pass." And then the PlayStation fanboys are like, "Yeah, more Game Pass slop. I would never play this. Capcom's really showing their true colors here because they're not doing it's not on PlayStation service, so it's bad. It's bad. I said it's bad because it's not on PlayStation service." And then you have like the Dino Crisis Bros, which are out there like, "Where's my you're making some stupid multiplayer game and not Dino Crisis? Not Dino Crisis? Where's my Dino Crisis?" And I've just seen that discourse, not to mention the your typical multiplayer bad game. Oh no, it's live service. It's a multiplayer only game. Those are bad. I only play story mode games for always. I have no friends. I tried to make friends once, and they told me go be stupid away from me. Oh no, I'm not cool. You got those people that hate the multiplayer games that are just trashy on this. But what is the game per se? Is it any good? Let's actually answer these questions. Let's dive right in. Let's spread those thighs, dive pretty deep into that pussy, and see how this game actually plays. So, when you first start out, there are some gripes I have about it right away. One of them being, why are there so many goddamn cutscenes? Like, it's a multiplayer game. But it has so many cutscenes. Now, I found the narrative it was trying to spin, the little thread that it was trying to unravel, quite interesting, and I wanted to learn more about it, and God, is this game gorgeous. So you're playing it, and you're playing as some dude who applies for a job. He's like, "I want to kill me some dinosaurs. Some dinosaurs. Gotta kill them dinosaurs." And here you make yourself a little guy and a character creator, and then he sits behind the thing. He's like, because he didn't talk. So it's all just. So, and I always have sat in the camp where a lot of people like who played Fallout 4, "Oh, I hate when my protagonist talks." And I'm always been in the camp that like I kind of like I wish they did make the protagonist talk, when you clicked on the dialogue, they would actually say the fucking thing that the dialogue tree says. It's like, because the way it usually works out is it's like, say hi, it's like, "Fuck you, chief," and you're like, "Whoa, no, I didn't want that." Or you're like, it's like, "How are the children?" "I'm gonna punch your kids, chief." And you're like, "Well, I just want, like, what the fuck's going on?" And that's usually my problem with, like, the voiced dialogue things. And I don't know. I feel like if they were to do it again, like, do another voice protagonist, I would love it. Absolutely love it. If they would just do the voice to the words that they write down. Anyways, but your guy in this game is not voiced. So it's a little awkward, especially when it's not the type of game that you would put, that they wouldn't be, or they would be voiced in a game like this. I don't know why they didn't, but hey, it's not for me to say. And so you get there, you're sitting, you do your character creator, and then they jump you into your tutorial, which isn't too long. It's not it's a pretty fun tutorial. You get to shooting dinosaurs pretty fast. It's like, "Hey, run, jump, shoot, target. Hey, let's go kill some velociraptors, some flossing raptors." And you go in, you mess them up, and then it's like, "Hey, you want to know how to turn into a dinosaur?" And I'm like, "Yeah, okay. I want to turn into a dinosaur." And so then you turn into a dinosaur and eat people, and you're like, "Oh, okay, I like this." So Then you get jumped into the main game. They throw you into a couple trial runs, and then you can play with your buddies. And between all that, there's 472 cutscenes. They're very long. You got some interesting characters. You got a Russian lesbian chick. She might not be lesbian. She might just be Russian. But like those two things usually go well together. At least in my terms of viewing media anymore. And then you got the gay British guy again. He might not be gay, but he is British, and those two things go well together. Then you got this big Jamaican guy that when I saw this guy in the trailer, I'm not gonna lie, I thought he was gonna be like Coach from Left 4 Dead. I'm like, let's go. And then the first time he talks, he's like, you want some jerk chicken? And I did a terrible accent there, but I was like, whoa, dude. Whoa. Did not see that coming. Usually the Jamaican guys in games got like dreadlocks or like that's like very stereotypical, but like they're usually like the skinny like Jamaican guy, and this guy was like Coach from Left 4 Dead or Left 4 Dead 2. So it really threw me off, but it seems like an interesting character. And then you got you, right? So you end up going down on this mission, and you're like, oh, scary planet. And you go in, and then they send you into the war games, which is a, back in time. You go there, and you go through these, like, a trial, which is just it's basically a way to loreize, this whole battle loop, where you go in with your friends. And this game's basically, if you took Overwatch, like the most simplistic version of Overwatch, and threw dinosaur hordes in the middle of it. It's not very complicated, but it's fucking fun, dude. It is really, really fun. I was playing with a buddy last night, and we were just destroying dinosaurs, and it was so much fun. And when they would like, a man-eater saurus, they say I don't. The T-Rex is called like. Eat your faceosaurus is coming through the water land. And then he comes through the big orb and he drops down and you're like, because there's 3 classes, and in each of these 3 classes there's 3 different subclasses, right? I usually play scout or tank. I hate being a healer in anything. And because you got a teams of 5, so I'm not gonna heal. That shit's bunk. I'm not gonna do it. So I was playing scout and tank a lot. I don't like the punching tank guy, because there's a guy that's like, haymakers, I'm a big guy with a shield here and a punch. I hate that shit. I played as the guy with the big machine gun, and then my left trigger shot rockets. I was like, I'm cool. I got rockets. And then there's the scout class where you can be like a sword guy. I haven't played as him yet. You can be as like an archery guy. He's got like a crossbow. I haven't played as him yet. Or you can be like a machine gun guy, which he was the one I played the most of, because I was like, this guy is cool. He's got awesome stuff going for him. And his ultimate is so cool because he's like, all the guns! And you're like, holy shit, nipples, that is cool. And he's like, oh, I loved it. It is so much fun. And I could see how this game could get like kind of repetitive. But at the same time, I feel like if they were to utilize, maybe really utilize a lot of the cool gameplay loops they have and expand on them, I feel like this game could be something really, really cool. Not to mention, as for the whole Dino Crisis thing, I do see a possibility in Capcom's future where they do make a Dino Crisis. I feel like this game was like a cool multiplayer cash grab type game, not like in a bad way. I feel like they put a lot of work into this game for it to be like a cool multiplayer game, so that they could already have like the assets made for a dinosaur game, if that makes sense. I feel like if I was Capcom and I was like, we need monies. Let's make a game where we shoot things, and it's like people will spend money on cosmetics and stuff, and we got our game. Because we need to be able to afford to make these single player games that are, especially if we do like niche stuff. And then Capcom people under like, let's make a dinosaur game where it's like a horde game, and then we'll have some of these assets made for Dino Crisis. Boom, idea. You're the guy. I like that. It's gonna run deep and wide. We're gonna move with that. I've never played Dino Crisis, so I don't know how good these games are. My buddy who was playing the dinosaur game with me last night, and he was loving it just as much as I was like, oh, I would be. He was like, I like Dino Crisis. It's like more action heavy Resident Evil, and I'm like, with dinosaurs. And I'm like, that sounds kind of cool, even though I don't like Resident Evil that much. Not the biggest horror game guy. Like, if they bore me, they really bore me. It's like, oh, I died again. I shot the dude 70 times in the face, but he didn't die. Oh, I gotta wait till this, and this stupid, bro. Like, the Evil Within, like, was kind of cool, but not my cup of tea usually. But for you Dino Crisis guys, I hope they do something like that. Not like fully assets flip, but like having the mechanics and the movement already mapped down in a file somewhere would be, I think would be helpful for making a game. But what the fuck do I know? I don't develop games. I'm not like Mr. Joe Schmo developer. That's not my forte. But that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to my channel, you goddamn idiots. I love you. Like, dislike, I don't care. And have a great Sunday.